Good morning, Alice.
Hi.
Thank you for doing this interview.
Okay, hello.
It's good to have a fellow YouTuber on my channel. I tell you that this is a fun thing to do. We have a lot of common followers, I think.
Yeah,
So
we do.
people will appreciate this chat, and I'm sure they will appreciate the conversation that we're having.
Yeah.
Before we start, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, Alice? Like, who are you?
My name is Alice Lim. Okay, and I'm also known as Eureka One or Eureka Wonders. I think I identify myself as an urban sketcher because I started off as one. But now I think I sort of gone and do more stuff, like I do YouTubing. I also do live drawing. I sell stuff like as artist, but yeah, actually that's everything else. Yeah, that's pretty much what I do.
What do you do in your real life?
Okay. I work in a government agency, so it's like they always call it
super secret one or no secret?
It's not secret. It's not a secret. So I'm working at HSA, Health Sciences Authority. So like recently with the COVID and everything, there a lot of things that we need to sort of manage. So it's quite a lot of like science, a lot of like trying to ensure that the health, the pharmaceutical industry is well, I would say, maintained, or like we regulate them so that we get good medicine, we get good vaccine.
But actually, the first question I told you is that's the most important one. Is that what motivates you besides your work? I'm sure work is already quite stressful and whatever, right? What motivates you to actually take this route, which is quite hard? Art is a hard route, to do art.
Okay, I think I want to go back to like my younger days. So when I was a kid, I don't know what happened. Like people play with dolls. People play. I mean, I don't know whether it's common amongst all people, but people play with dolls. I play with colored pencils,
right?
And color pen. Those like very small coloring books. Yeah. So since I was young, and when I go to a shopping mall, the only thing I look at is color pencil sets.
Right.
Watercolor sets and anything to do with art, right?
Yeah.
So that's the only hobby I had since young. And then after that, when you go to school, like your parents will start to tell you like, okay, no, art is not good. Art doesn't earn you a living. Please go and do proper things. So I sort of dropped it. But I think in secondary school we still had a sort of compulsory art classes, and then I did quite well. I did consider actually taking it as an O-level subject, but my parents said, no, you should concentrate on your, so I dropped art. And then I just forgot that I had this thing about art and I went to work, and I, go through the whole education thing. And then after that, when I came back from there, it was because I suddenly rediscover urban sketchers in a way, because I was just scrolling, and then I saw, hey, what urban sketchers? What are they doing? Wow, that's so cool. And then I started to pick up all those stuff, and I remembered, oh yeah, I used to like to do all these things. So I think for me, it's just what motivates me is just going back to what I really like since young.
So it's a rekindling of a fire that is already there, actually.
Yeah, in a way. And also for me, I don't know if it's true. Maybe it's true for all artists or it's true for all sketchers or whoever. When I draw, when I paint, I can sit there like 3 hours, 4 hours without eating, drinking, going to toilet. I can just go, and then I forget everything. I didn't even know I'm like there, sitting there for 3 hours. I can talk at the same time because that's why I do live painting. So I can blah, 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 talk to myself, talk to people, and draw, and then I don't eat, I completely forget.
It's you're telling me that it's like a meditative state, almost like a trance, actually.
Yeah, it's like a flow. They call it flow. So for me, it's like flow state. So I always like to go into that kind of flow state. Yeah. So it feels to me like it's a meditation. After that, I feel very happy. Like I get my work done. I get my painting done. Of course, it may not be nice, but at least to me, it's like, I pour my life into it for like a few minutes, for a few hours.
So that piece of work is an embodiment of that joy that you had, the 2-3 hours.
Like that absorb into like in that thing. So I don't know if it's, I guess it's the same for all artists, right?
I think if you don't have that flow state or you don't get into it, it's very hard to sustain it, because you'll find that it's not joyful, and therefore you probably will abandon it because it doesn't stick, right? and you're doing it because of some external reason, right?
Yeah,
Not because it's inside. If it's inside, it's a different thing when you are enjoying it from the inside, because it's an authentic experience, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So
I think you and I can kind of understand, because we all in that experience.
yeah.
Excellent. So that's motivation. Maybe we go into something more easy. Tell us about your material. Show us what are your materials, like what do you draw with, what do you paint with, give us a tour of your studio if you can.
Wow, I don't know. I'm
kind
of charging my handphone at the same time, but
Okay,
I could just quickly show you guys I mean, that's a good thing, I think, about doing this on a Zoom, because you could show people what you have.
Exactly.
So, okay, this is like my
your
material.
movable trolley.
Yeah. Okay, so these are my stuff. Like it's a mess, right? So I have brushes, like pens. It's kind of dark, but anyway.
Do you have like a favorite pen, favorite brush, favorite thing?
Okay, I have this one. Okay, I don't know if you remember. I got this from one of your events. So and I remember at that time you were doing Atelier, right?
Yeah.
And then this is the rosemary brush.
Correct. It's
I still have
the rosemary sable
dagger.
dagger.
So this is the dagger. I think this is
I like that too. Actually, I have that.
Yes.
I have exactly same one.
Yeah. So this was from that time. I don't know how long that was, but
probably about 2013, 2014.
Yeah, when you were still conducting all the, and I think that's like my favorite brush. And I also am doing some like water gouache recently, right? So here are my gouache stuff, but these are not like okay. I have to show you my watercolor, which is like over there. So this is all the pens and stuff.
Excellent.
Okay, of course. Okay, here's all my watercolor. Like I have them like, I'm not even sure whether that's the right way to keep. Tons of stuff.
There's no right or wrong way lah.
Okay, so here's all my watercolor. Like not a lot lah. Okay, it's just this much. Hopefully next time I'll find a way to like make it better. Like maybe have a way to organize it so that I can see like which color I'll wear. And then I have these like art stuff. Like I have all these like palettes, like more watercolor. And here are all the I always do the watercolor chart stuff.
You love swatches.
Yeah, so I have this whole category, like all my swatches are here, which is like, and then of course here's my streaming stuff. Okay, I have the Yeti, focus my streaming stuff. Okay, so this is.
Well, you got a nice setup actually. I like your setup.
Okay. Yeah, and I have this is the I have two monitors, so that I can And then here are all the watercolor palettes. Like I'm crazy about palettes, so you see all these palettes that I have. These are all palettes. So here are all I have a lot of these palettes I don't use, so I don't know what to do. If you have someone who wants to buy it or who wants to get a palette to use, just let me know.
Do give away lah. Just do give away in your channel.
Yeah, but who would want to get like this kind of stuff? Like it's like kind of homemade. I don't know how. And I still have this. I still have this from your Atelier time when you actually got. Was it Jane?
Jane.
To come, and then I'm still using it. So I think I must thank you for actually introducing her, bringing her into Singapore, because I learned a lot from her class. So that is really, I think it's quite crucial to me getting into a watercolor.
Excellent.
So that's all. I mean, wait, I have to show you my pens. All my pens. Okay, I really use them. Okay, and here are more pens. So here are all the. I don't know why it got me into buying all these fountain pens. I think my favorite.
I like your. I like that container. I think I'm going to get that for myself.
This is from Daiso.
Daiso.
You're talking about this one?
No, the one on top.
This one? Yeah. So you okay? So I think that time I did share. You just this thing, right? It's like $2, and then each of these inserts are $2. So it's like $6. But you get but just note that some pens are too big. So these kind you can't fit in. Like I can't fit in. I definitely can't fit in this one. So some of the pens are like outside.
Got it.
Yeah, but it's really cool.
Container, very cool.
Yeah. What is my favorite pen? Okay, I this is like my first pen. Like the Hero, the Fude. Yeah. So I still have this one.
I ditched all my Hero already.
Why?
Ditched them because
it still work. They still work.
Yeah, but it leaks a little bit too much.
Mine doesn't, but what's your favorite pen right now? What do you use right now?
Sailor Field Nib. I only use Sailor Field Nib.
Oh, as in this one? This one?
Yeah. No. I have that one, but I show. It's
This one?
It's this one.
This one, right?
Yes.
Eh?
That one.
Oh, I find the
You know that.
mm.
You know that you can pull the nib out or not?
Oh no, I don't know, but interesting.
Okay, I'm gonna do a video on that. You can check it out later.
Oh, cool. Okay, because I have this. I find that their nibs are a little bit too harsh. The lines.
Oh,
I like
45 or 55. Which one do you have?
both. To me, I don't like. I have both, but I don't like it. I prefer
the
the Hero.
55. Yeah.
I prefer the Hero one because it's like they are a bit more rounded.
Yeah.
So it feels like more
Not so
organic.
scratchy.
Not so. No, scratching is okay. It's really the lines are looking very hard. So I don't like that. Okay.
Got
so
it.
Anyway,
Nice.
back. So okay. Yeah, back. Oh.
Very good. Okay, so that's the material, right? So we have answered two questions: motivation and material.
Yeah.
So again, this is a simple one. Tell me about your tribe. Who do you sketch with mostly these days? Urban Sketcher is a tribe, of course. We all belong to the same tribe. But do you have like a smaller tribe, or do you have like a who do you? Yeah.
Now I don't really go out to sketch that often because of COVID-19.
Yeah.
But last time I am more like when I sketch. I think I'm more when I sketch by myself because I don't really talk when I sketch outside. And then sometimes when I talk, I feel a little bit like out of focus. So I try not to sketch with people. I don't know about you, but that's what I do
all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I can sketch, I can draw live and talk, but that's because I'm talking to myself. You see, like people, I can see what people are saying, but I don't have to like immediately think of how to talk to you about. So when I sketch, I tend to sketch by myself. But then after that, I try to just catch up at the end. So when we had when we had the what do you call it? It's not opening meeting. What do you call that? I always call it opening meeting because auditor, right?
Yeah, the briefing.
Huh?
The briefing.
Briefing. So when we have briefing, I always catch up people, and then after that we had show and tell. Then you catch up people, and sometimes we go for lunch. So mainly the urban sketchers, lor. So
actually, that explains why you and I never sketched next to each other. Actually,
because
we have never really sat down next to each other and sketched.
No.
We don't, right? I think maybe every time after the briefing, I will go my merry way and you go your merry way, and then we are always, and then we meet at the end.
Yeah.
It kind of explained to me why we don't, because I think you prefer to sketch by yourself. I think.
Yeah.
And then you just want to hang out before and after, right?
Yeah, I don't like to sit down and talk. There's some people who.
like me. I talk non-stop. I'm actually talking to myself, but I'm talking to others at the same time. It's like I'm telling myself, we do more this, why did you do this, and I'm talking, right? But some people find it annoying, some people find it very amusing. So it's so people who find it amusing will kind of hang out with me. But people who find it annoying, it's like, I'm going out elsewhere.
It's interesting lah. I mean, I think it kind of helps. Next time, if I want to develop focus, maybe I can sketch with people.
Yeah, it's something that we all need to kind of variety. It's kind of fun too. I mean, you sketch with different people, you see different behaviors. And a lot of the time, it's just a lot of fun. Some are quirky, some are just,
Yeah.
And
sometimes when like last time, sometimes when we go overseas, right? We always have the overseas sketching. Sometimes we go with a group of people, and then most of the time you hang out at the same time. And then when we go out for sketching normally, right? If we go together as a group, I don't sit together with them. I tend to go somewhere else, and then once I'm done, I'll just go back and say, hey, how are you? That kind of
Are you an introvert or are you an extrovert?
I'm more an introvert, but I can.
That explains it.
Yeah, I can talk to people. I can I'm actually okay. I'm not like scared or shy. I mean, I don't know. Am I shy? I'm not sure. I don't think I'm shy. People always say I'm not shy.
I don't think you're shy. But introvert is a state where a state of preference, right? So
I prefer
it's not about shy. It's just the preference of being in a small group or alone, right?
Yeah. I prefer to sit somewhere and watch things happen, and then if I have anything, I'll just But I rarely do that.
Okay, cool.
I prefer to watch the world go by, and see how observe that kind of thing. So.
Yeah, I understand. No, but it's not wrong or whatever. It's just a psychological state of preference, I think. And we are all different, right? I'm a social butterfly. I'm an extrovert, as you know.
Yeah,
So,
of course, I'm
you know,
sure.
I get my energy from going out and hang out with 100 people at one time, right?
I think you and James and Patrick,
Yeah, similar.
yeah, you guys are all extroverts. I'm like, I cannot.
I need it for energy building. Without it, I die and wither, right? So I need people. I need like huge crowd, and I need to like engage. Yeah,
wow. You're suitable for this.
yeah. So, you know, we talk about your motivation material. We talk about your membership. The two other things that I want to cover. One is, you know, how did you like, what do you consider as learning in terms of the development of the mind? Tell us about your journey now. You know, how do you kind of started, and the next question actually is, what are you working on now in terms of development of your own development, right? Yeah.
Wow, this one requires a bit of thinking, because you know when you are doing it, for me, as you know, right, like I just sit in and I just get into the flow. For me, it's like a practice, because that makes me happy and that kind of thing. I've never really thought about like how to make myself better or like, so I think when I first started, right, my interest was in like doing shop houses, because there was a time after I did a postdoc, right? And then it was really crazy lah. So you know, like postdoc, right?
Yeah.
So then after that, I thought, okay, I'm not gonna do that anymore. It's killing me. So I went and like got this job, and then I have more time. So I just went around, walking around, and saw, hey, shop houses, wow, so cool. I started taking pictures, and then I after taking pictures, to me it's like, okay, that's done. So what? So what?
Yeah, nothing there, right? It's just
like, nothing really.
2 seconds gone.
Yeah, so I said, okay, why not? I try to. Then I saw Urban Sketchers. Hey, they are drawing this, like they are making this into a painting. So how do I get to that state? So of course, at that time I was thinking, okay, what is the best way? Of course, to join you guys, right? So at that time, my first sketchbook was the Pongo Waterway, and then of course, then after that, everybody was like so friendly. I think Fabian, Favin, was the first guy who talked to me, and he just made me feel like, hey, you guys are actually quite nice. You
Fabian or Flavian?
Faye, the one with the A, Favin.
Oh, yeah, Fabian, Fabian.
Yeah. The both of them are E's. So
oh yeah, that's right.
It's a funny thing, but anyway, so after that I thought, hey, not bad. So I keep joining. I just join back every urban sketching. Yeah. And then of course, when you are in an urban sketching event, right, you get to see how people do their work, how they paint, show and tell. You're like, oh wow, what is that? You know, so good.
What did you do? What did you use? What tube of colors? What pen is that?
And then after that, you know, you have people like you, like, hey, I have this Daniel Smith thing, I have this workshop, I have this event. Do you want to come and see how it's done? And then of course at that time I thought, hey, why not? You know, since I want to learn a bit more, so I started learning about pen from you guys, and then learning about watercolor because you had all these workshops. So just slowly build up, and then after that, once you learn a little bit more of that material, you apply to the work. You put it on social media, and then, you know, people like it, people make comments, they say, hey, I think your color not so good, you know. Then you got to think, okay, how do I improve that color?
Okay, people are not so negative normally.
Yeah, of course, but sometimes people will come and tell me like, I like it, but I think you use too many colors. So someone did tell me when I first started off. Then I was like, huh? What? Because at the time I was still learning, I was still trying to get the grasp of learn watercolor. Yeah. So to me, watercolor was like, wow, I can just throw in all the colors. Oh my god, let's just throw everything. And then the guy just told me, no, I think that's a bit too much. Can you do something about it? Like, can you just keep to like a few colors? So which is why now I'm practicing. Okay, I mean, we just fast forward. So it's like putting the information onto social media, writing out what you think or like your learning journey, and then people will just come back to you with feedback. Sure. And then from that feedback, you try to improve on what you have. So that's how I learn, how I progress. Right. Because of the comment, right? So then I started to do all these limited
stuff.
Limited palette stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like you try to like look at different combinations and just use 3 colors, 6 colors, and you can make you can make different mixtures and you get different colors. So I think that's a way to sort of improve yourself. And
yeah, it's
currently
like little chemical experiments.
Yeah, so currently for me it's like a little project lah. I won't say a little project, but it's just things that I'm trying to do. And I do this on my live stream on Saturday, and I have a group of friends. Oh, I forgot to mention that I have a group of friends on Discord that I know from like around the world, because I do live painting on YouTube. Yeah. So sometimes people will watch, and then if they're interested, they want to have a deeper conversation about art, pigments, watercolor. Then we have this Discord community, and then we talk about different challenges like pigments, painting, drawing. So I think it kind of helped. Like you have these people, they give you more ideas, and then you try out. You know, it's a lot of interaction. So being an introvert is good and bad. Like it's a little bit hard to put yourself out too much, because you don't know what people will perceive. But that also kind of helped, because if you don't put out your work, you will not get feedback. You will not know how to improve. So of course, bad thing about that is you are improving to what people want from you, but you may not get to what you want. So I'm still not sure. I would say I'm not sure, but I can't say I give it a very deep thought. Like, what do I want to achieve from this? For me, it's, as I told you, right, it's a meditative thing. So when I draw, I don't even need to think why I need to do it. I did it because I want to do it. I just want to paint. So I just sit there and just draw and draw. And that makes me feel happy. So I'm happy with that. Yeah, but of course, I think to improve, to get better, I have to have an aim. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's something that it may evolve over time. It doesn't necessarily like pop up like that. Sometimes you may have to reflect, and you got to think about what you're going to do. It's not, you may not necessarily want to take a commercial route with it. You may want to. So, all these are a lot of consideration that you have to think about. Fantastic. So we've covered four things, right? We have one more, which is, what is your practice? I think you covered that somewhat. What is the way you develop your art muscles, right? What are your calendar? You already said what's something that happens on Saturday. What is your typical week, month, year sort of schedule for art?
Anyway, just to let you know, do you see that easel at the back? I'm working on this. It's a commission. Yeah, so by calendar. So normally weekdays I don't do much art, because I have a full-time job. Because now we work from home, so it's kind of easier. So weekdays I don't do much things. I make YouTube videos, right? So on weekends I'm super busy, because I do all the art things. Take all the videos, I have to do all the swatching, buy materials, and then like on Saturday evenings, Singapore time, from 10:30 p.m. till late, I do about 2 hours. I'll do live painting, and then together with my tribe at Discord, right, we do like limited palette challenges. So we do that almost like we will do it for about 3 weeks, and then we'll change to the next color. So I will do like portrait. Let me just show you. So this was the zone palette. Zone. Yeah, so we did like desserts. One of the weeks I'll do desserts, and then after that I will have time, I'll do other stuff. So these are all using that 3 colors. And then on the last week I'll do like a
They're beautiful work. They're very nice.
Yeah. So I'll do like portrait. So, and then like we have people like just they will also do the same, and then we just look at how each of us do it. So that's
learn from each other.
Yeah, then we can learn, and of course we learn about new colors, like which brand has this color, which brand's color is better than that brand, kind of thing. So it's kind of a learning experience. And then on Sunday I'll do like the short front drawing.
You have your short front challenge.
Yeah, so I have all, because I really like, I have a lot of short front photograph, because I love short front. So I just go and like take pictures, and then I'll just draw them. Yeah, so I do that every week, like without fail. Every week I'll do it. So I'll just put my camera there, I'll just do IG live, and then just draw lah. I mean, for me is I have nothing to lose, because I'm doing it anyway. So I just do it, and if you want to see, you will see lor. Don't see lor. It's fine.
I understand. You and I should do an IG live together at some point.
Yeah, maybe. That's why I want to invite you to do. So if you're free, we can do it on one of the Sunday afternoons. So it's about 3 o'clock. I'm not sure if you're free at the timing.
Yeah, perfect time.
Okay, join. Because I will share the picture. So if like say you don't feel it, then you don't join lah. Like if you feel it, like you want to.
I'm okay. I don't care actually. Whatever good bad. You know me. I don't really it's a journey more than the output, right? So,
Cool. So I think James has been on it before. Jeff Photo.
yes.
Yeah,
I'm on.
yeah. So both of them have been on. So I don't normally get people. I don't force people to join because sometimes they may not want to do it. So
Yeah. But you know,
sometimes when I
perfectly
feel
fine.
like that, yeah, there's a
I'm completely
connection. I
set up.
know, like, yeah, and also you have to know, you have to be a little bit more like vocal. So imagine I get someone then don't want to say anything, then it's kind of weird. So
No, it's about hanging out actually.
yeah, in a way as well. Yeah. So
Excellent.
yeah. And I think another thing about like learning, right, is also accepting challenges. Like you sometimes, like I like to participate in art challenges. So almost every year I take part in YouTuber because I know like it kind of forces me to draw. I think you're also doing it, right?
Yeah.
So I think art challenges help because sometimes you just don't know what to do. And then the art challenges will give you some kind of prompt. And then you see people, wow, he's already doing this prompt. I'm still here.
Yeah. I'm on a dot. I'm on a dot at the moment with Inktober.
I'm like quite behind.
Yeah. No, okay, so I do a lot of planning before it starts. The images are already all planned out for 31 days before I start.
Actually, I did. I planned. But then I have no time to sit down and draw it because because weekdays, like I got a lot of work to do, so I can't really.
Yeah.
I will catch up lah. I normally will be late lah. Normally, like almost every.
I try to be 1 or 2 days ahead.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. So like before it starts, I'm already like a couple of days in. So there are days when I'm so busy, I will let it sleep, right? But then I become 1 day ahead, right? And then I become on the day, and then I catch up again. And then I'll be like 2 days ahead, and then I'll be 1 day ahead, and then I'll be like on the dot again. So right now I'm like 2 days ahead.
Oh, that's cool. Like sometimes
I've already done. It's just that I haven't posted it. And I post it on the dot now, right? So like today you see me post today's is I can't remember what's today's one. Anyway, I have it right here. So this is the one that I just posted that I got a lot of comment.
Oh, cool. That's really nice.
It's called Open.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
There's a bit of a story there, right? So open, you know.
Yeah. Wow. So, I really like that you put the person in the center there.
I like people actually because even when I started, I hate drawing people, but I have done so much live drawing in my life. I have done a lot. So you know, I decided, why just put people? And then once I started doing it, I couldn't stop. I just put people everywhere. Yeah. So I actually don't like drawing building as much today.
Okay.
Yeah. Surprisingly, right?
I
discovered I like to draw things. I like to draw people. I like to draw crowd. I like to draw, but buildings doesn't quite interest me anymore.
Hey, okay.
Very strange. I've changed because I started drawing buildings actually.
Okay. I like drawing buildings still. I think it's just having the time to go to do an urban sketch. I have been wanting to go back to do it, but it's like COVID, I don't want to go out and get myself exposed.
No, I understand. So actually, I much prefer drawing things like this. And my urban sketch was actually people as well sitting in the.
Yeah, I think I noticed that as well. Like when you always draw people drawing. Yeah. Oh,
this one drawn like and so people has taken center stage in whatever I'm doing. I think I don't know. I mean, and things are things. Things also has a special place.
Very cool. Very cool.
Anyway, I think we all change over time anyway. You know, our likes and dislike and so on. So I think we all kind of learn from it. 2 more questions.
Okay.
First question is, if you have a chance to write yourself a little postcards, send back in time to when you first started, and it's only a postcards, not a big novel, because send through time machine can only send through a postcard. So what are the 2-3 things that you like to tell yourself?
Well, your backward is when it's like when I first started art.
When you first started art, either urban sketching or art. Let's say not when you're a baby or whatever. Just like let's say when you restarted your urban sketching, you know, like maybe 7-8 years ago, maybe, I don't know.
Wow.
What would that be?
Oh wow, what would I do?
What would you tell yourself? Like, hey, Alice, these are the secrets. Please just focus on these 2-3 things.
I think don't follow trends. I guess.
Don't follow trends.
Just do what you are good. Okay, try to don't follow trends and buy good paper.
Buy good paper. That's a fantastic. I tell you, we are so cheapskate with paper, right? But I tell you, paper is a huge difference.
Yeah, because I think for me, paper is important because without getting a good paper, right, when you first started painting, right, you get all the
all
balls
the
coming.
cotton balls.
Yeah, then you go like, am I doing it wrong? Then you, should I get better paint, right? Then after you went to get better paint, and then it's still the same.
Paper.
So for me, I think I'll write, don't follow trends and then just get good papers. I don't know lah. I don't know if there's anything motivational. I think I'm doing it okay, like in terms of the motivation, because I think I just keep on posting. I don't care, you know? I just post. I maybe don't sweat it. Like if you find like you have less likes or whatever, just don't care about don't care about the likes, you know, just do it, and then just feel good, like you actually making it, doing the work, doing the art, and doing something that you like. Just don't care about like
enjoy the journey is what you're saying. Enjoy the journey.
In a way, like don't care about whether it's getting like, I mean, of course, the thing, likes are not as important as comments. So some people give you good comments. But you have to internalize, like, is that a genuine comment? Or it's just a troll? Like, if it's just a troll, you know, do I really care? So of course, when you give you a comment, you should think through it. Don't just take it as face value. So I guess don't let this kind of bad comments affect you too much.
Actually, to be fair, I don't know about you, but my YouTube and social channels, I hardly get negative comment. I get a lot of encouraging statement. A lot.
That's really, I think that's really.
It's
cool.
amazing, right?
It is.
I think your experience too, I suppose that's the same.
Yeah, YouTube as well. I think they kind of I think they appreciate that we are putting out all these things, and they would like probably it kind of helped them. So maybe they're giving us encouragement to do more. Also appreciating that we are actually taking time to make this into a video and putting it online. So that's like a basic like thank you kind of thing. Negative, I mean, I guess there are like maybe more related to like maybe watercolor. I mean, maybe Instagram. I'm not very sure.
But even Instagram, I don't really. I find people are very encouraging. 99% lah. There are 1%. That one I just delete or I just ignore lah. Right? I'm sure there are, but I'm just saying. In comparison to the volume of encouragement I get, I think it's negligible, right?
Yeah. Also, if let's say you do get a criticism, right? Also, if it's worthwhile to explore a little bit more, because some people they care enough about you to give you a criticism. But of course, you have to explore whether it's a genuine one or it's not. Some people just want to be a troll, that kind. But I think there was one person. She wrote me a very long email about my YouTube channel, and then after that, I mean, of course, she did give some criticism here and there, you know. And then after that, I started to ask her why, and then she was like quite kind enough to explain. And then now she gave me a lot like good constructive advice. Yeah. So I think these are people that you don't need to worry so much about, because
they're being nice to you.
Yeah, you should trust. You should not be so worried if you get this kind of thing. Yeah.
Right. Agree.
I guess these are the things, lor.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
One last question then. What are the top advice that you have received in the past, and would you like to pass it on to my YouTube audience? Go on.
Good paper.
Good paper, yes. Go and buy good paper. Good paint, good paper, right?
Good paper and what else?
Paint also. I think paint also is important.
Paint is important, but I think you don't need all the colors. You don't need to buy all the colors, right? It's good to explore. So it's good to explore paints, but you don't really necessarily have to buy a big tube, or you don't have to buy the whole range. Watch more of Whee Teck's YouTube video, because he gives you a lot of ideas. Thank you. Yeah, of course, watch my video, because
of course, yes. You should watch each other's video. I do pop in every now and then. Although I don't watch everything because I just don't have time. But yeah, I try to follow everybody. Yeah,
Ah,
I do
cool,
follow
cool,
you,
cool.
and you're on my notification. So yeah.
Cool. So I think even of course Paka, right?
Yeah.
Right? So watch what people are doing. You know, sometimes we will give you a glimpse of like how that color looks or how to do a particular technique. And from there internalize, try it on your own and see
Yeah.
how that works for you. So it works for them, but it might not work for you. You have to know yourself. So I think for me, my advice to a newbie is to just try. Look at more videos, look at more advice, and then try it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it's fine. You know, you don't have to force yourself. Just go to the next one.
Don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. Don't sweat it.
Don't worry so much. So yeah. So I think that's very much my advice. And buy good paper.
Thank you very much, Alice. I appreciate
no
you
problem.
talking to me on my channel.
Yeah, no problem. So
I learned a lot today. Even
I hope to see you in IG live. Okay.
Yes. Let's do that.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye.
Hey. Bye.
On Sundays, I do like urban, like the short front challenges, and you know every week I will have all these short fronts from Singapore, and I'm using these little cards because it's the right size. It's like A5, was it A6, A5, A5 size, and I really enjoy painting all these given that I only had like about 1.5 hours to 2 hours to get all these done, and so far I think I managed to finish them in time, which is pretty cool.